think one of the most valuable things we have done as a foundation in the last year is really energize our teen community. And what we gear up to from our teen retreat every year is for them to then become involved in our legislative day in Sacramento. They are trained as self-advocates, and the teens themselves are responsible for leading the visit to their representative. And it's really been powerful as an adult to see these teenagers take that leadership role, learn how to tell their personal story, to do that in a very personal, convincing way to the lawmaker, and for them to actually take that leadership role.
Our chapter really does a good job investing in teenagers and young adults. Not only do we have people in their mid to late 20s on our board of directors, so the highest level of volunteers with us. We have a 15-year-old who's a junior advisor to the board. He's contributing just as much as the adults are, and it's been great. We need that, and we want to do even more of that.
Our volunteer opportunities are very many. We couldn't function without the volunteer aspect of the organization. In fact, everything that we do, except our programs, we use volunteers. I mean, everything. Office volunteers, anything from licking a label to getting a $10,000 sponsorship. So we really appreciate our volunteers.
In fact, I have been involved in the Illinois bleeding disorder community for almost 20 years now, and I started as a volunteer. And I had no connection with the bleeding disorder community. I was working on putting together a camp for children with AIDS, and the hemophilia community came and taught us how to do camping. And at the end of it, I was impressed by how knowledgeable and how together this group of people were, and I said, if there's anything I can ever do. And 20 years later, you keep finding things for me to do, and I'm really glad of that.
As a parent of a child with hemophilia, one of the reasons I got involved as a volunteer was to become educated. And one of the most important things for me as a parent is for my child to feel normal and to live a normal, healthy life. So my goal really is educating families. I think that is the main thing. Educate about your bleeding disorder, teach them how to be advocates for themselves. And I think that's where our chapter really works very hard with the education portion of it.
The most important service that our chapter provides is specialized education for all of the members of the bleeding disorders community. We try and specialize it to the subgroups depending on diagnosis, stage of life, different challenges that different groups face, such as inhibitor complications, complications with treatments. We have several educational events throughout the year where we bring in more than one speaker so that we try and target the whole population in one venue. We do work very hard at the education aspect.
I have to feel that the most important program is socialization. So if you're a family with a bleeding disorder, be it the person or be it the caregivers, the enormity of the disorder can be very, very stressful, very, very trying on you. And we have the opportunity to bring you together and to have you meet other people with bleeding disorders and help you feel that you're not isolated. So we are very much a community, we are very much a family.